Welcome to my Expat Stories. This one's going to stay with you. Tonight's story comes from Clayton, 36 years old, delivery driver from Tulsa, Oklahoma. He went to Medellín for 2 weeks, saved up for a year, first time out of the country. He tried meeting someone on Tinder, got ghosted 3 times, was about to give up. Then she messaged him. Seemed different, seemed real. 3 days later, he was being held in an apartment watching them drain his bank account. While he couldn't move, couldn't speak, couldn't do anything but watch. One more try. That's all it was supposed to be. If you think desperation doesn't make you vulnerable, hit subscribe and like this video. Clayton's story will prove otherwise. Here's Clayton. I drive for FedEx, have for 12 years. Good benefits, decent pay, just a steady regular job. I'd never been outside the US, never had the money, never had the time. But I turned 36 in April and thought, screw it. I'm going somewhere. Somewhere warm, somewhere cheap, somewhere different. My buddy at work had been to Medellín, said it was incredible, said 2 weeks there cost less than 1 week in Miami. I looked into it, he wasn't lying. I booked a flight for June, got an Airbnb in Laurel's, residential neighbourhood. Not the party zone, just regular people living regular lives. I liked that, felt more real. I landed on a Monday, spent the first 3 days just walking around. Coffee shops, parks, little restaurants. My Spanish was terrible, but people were patient. Helped me out. I felt good, relaxed, like I'd made the right choice coming here. Thursday I downloaded Tinder. Figured why not? I'm single, she's out there somewhere. Maybe in Medellín. I matched with a girl named Daniela. Pretty, 28. Worked at a bank. We talked for 2 days. She seemed cool. Asked about Tulsa, about my job, normal stuff. Then she stopped responding. Just gone. Okay, whatever. Happens. Matched with another girl. Sandra, she was a nurse. We talked for 3 days. Made plans to meet for coffee on Sunday. I showed up. Waited an hour. She never came. Texted her. No response. Unmatched. All right. Maybe Tinder in Colombia isn't for me. One more match. Alejandra. Marketing manager. Talked for a day. She asked if I had WhatsApp. I said yeah. She said add me. I added her. She read my message. Never replied. Blocked me. 3 strikes. I was done. About to delete the app. Then I got a message. Her name was Valentina. 31. Photos showed her at a cafe. Jeans and a sweater. Smiling but not trying too hard. Her bio said she liked hiking and cooking. Spoke English and Spanish. Worked in education. Her message said, hey, that's it. I almost didn't respond. Figured she'd ghost me too. But I thought, what the hell? One more try. I said, hey back. Asked how her week was going. She responded right away. Said good. Busy with work, asked what I did. I told her, delivery driver, FedEx. She said, that's cool. Honest work. I like that she said honest work. Not everyone sees it that way. We talked for 2 hours. About Colombia, about Oklahoma, about travel, about food. She said she loved cooking. Made arepas from scratch. Sancocho. Bandeja paisa. Traditional stuff. I said I'd never had any of it. She said that's a crime. You're in Medellín and you haven't had real Colombian food. I said I've been eating at restaurants. She said restaurant food is fine, but homemade is better. I should come over. She'd cook for me. Show me what real Colombian food tastes like. I hesitated. Going to someone's apartment on a first meeting felt fast. She said, I understand if you're nervous. We can meet at a cafe first. Get coffee. Then if you feel comfortable, we can go to my place. It's close. Walking distance. That felt better. Public first. Then decide. We made plans for Saturday. 6 p.m. cafe near Parque de Laurel. Saturday came. I got there early. Ordered a tinto. Sat outside. She showed up right on time. Looked like her photos, maybe better. Wore jeans and a white blouse, hair down. Smiled when she saw me. We hugged, sat down, talked for an hour. She was easy to talk to. Funny. Asked good questions. Listened when I talked. Didn't check her phone once. She asked if I wanted to see her place. Said it was 3 blocks away. She had everything ready to cook. I said, sure. Let's do it. We walked. She pointed out buildings. Told me stories about the neighbourhood. Her apartment was on the 4th floor of a yellow building. Nice building. Security guard at the front. He nodded at her. He opened the door. We took the elevator up. Her apartment was small. 1 bedroom, kitchen, living room. clean, smelled like coffee and something sweet. Cinnamon, maybe. She said, "Make yourself comfortable. I'm going to start cooking. Want a beer?" I said, "Yeah, thanks." She handed me an arguila. I sat on the couch. She put on music. Salsa. Not too loud. Just background noise. She cooked for maybe 40 minutes. I watched. She moved around the kitchen like she'd done it 1,000 times. Chopping, stirring, tasting, adjusting. Talking to me the whole time. About her family, her job, her students. She taught English to kids, said it was rewarding but exhausting. I said, "I bet. Kids are wild." She laughed. Said, "You have no idea." She brought over 2 plates. Bandeja paisa. Beans, rice, fried egg, chicharron, avocado, arepa. Looked incredible. We ate on the couch. It was good. Really good, I told her. She said, "I'm glad you like it." She'd made extra. I could take some home if I wanted. After dinner, she cleared the plates, came back with 2 drinks, pink liquid in glasses. Looked fruity. "What's this?" I asked. Lulada. It's a traditional drink. Lulo fruit, sugar, lime. You'll like it. I took a sip. Sweet, tangy, little pulpy. Different but good. We kept talking. She sat closer. Asked about my family. I told her about my brother. Younger, lives in Phoenix, works in construction. We're close. Talk every week, she said. That's nice. Family is important. I agreed. I finished my drink. Started feeling tired. Not drunk tired. Just heavy. Like I'd been awake for 2 days. You okay? Yeah, just tired. Long day. I should probably head out soon. She said, "Stay for a bit. Relax, you don't have to rush." I nodded. Leaned back on the couch. My eyes felt heavy. I blinked. Once. Twice. Then I couldn't keep them open. I don't know how long I was out. Could have been 10 minutes. Could have been an hour. When I came to, I was still on the couch, but I couldn't move. Not my arms, not my legs, not my head, nothing. I could see, I could hear, but I couldn't move. Valentina was standing across the room, on her phone, talking to someone in Spanish. Fast Spanish. I couldn't follow it. I tried to speak. My mouth wouldn't open. Tried to move my hand. Nothing. Like my body was locked. Frozen. Panic hit. Real panic. The kind that makes your heart race and your chest tighten. But I couldn't even show it. Couldn't scream. Couldn't run. Just stuck there. Watching. She hung up. Walked over to me. Leaned down. Looked at my face. Studied it. Then she picked up my phone from the coffee table. I'd left it there during dinner. She held it up to my face. Face ID unlocked it. Of course it did. My eyes were open. I was looking right at it. She sat down next to me, started scrolling, opened my banking app. I watched her do it, watched her tap through screens, watched her transfer money. I tried to move, tried so hard. My finger twitched, just barely, but it moved. She didn't notice. She kept working. Opened Venmo, Zelle, PayPal, Cash App, every app I had, transferred money out of all of them. I watched the amounts, 500 here, 1,000 there, 2,000, 1,500. Then she made a call, spoke in Spanish, said something about a car, about needing help, about an hour. She set my phone down, looked at me again. I blinked. Tried to make my eyes tell her to stop. Tried to make her see I was awake. I was aware. I was here. She saw it. I know she did, because her expression changed, from focused to surprised. "You're awake," she said in English. I couldn't respond, couldn't nod, couldn't do anything. She leaned closer, studied my face. Then she said, "It's okay, don't fight it. You'll be fine. Just let it happen." "Let what happen?" I wanted to scream. "What are you doing to me?" She stood up, walked to the kitchen, came back with another glass, pink liquid again. She lifted my head, poured it in my mouth. I couldn't swallow right. Some of it dribbled down my chin, but enough went down. She set my head back on the couch, wiped my chin with a napkin. "Sleep now," she said. And I did. Not because I wanted to, because I couldn't fight it. Everything went black. I woke up again. Don't know when. Could have been hours, could have been a day. Same couch, same apartment. But now there was a guy there, sitting in the chair across from me. 30s, jeans, plain shirt, scrolling his phone. Valentina was in the kitchen, cooking something. Smelled like rice. I tried to move again. My fingers responded. Barely. But they moved. My toes moved. Progress. The guy looked up, saw me looking at him. "He's awake," he called out in English. Valentina came over, looked at me, crouched down so we were eye level. "Hey, Clayton. How you feeling?" I tried to speak. My mouth opened, but nothing came out, just a dry rasp. She held up a water bottle, straw in it, put it to my lips. "Drink." I did. The water helped. My throat felt like sandpaper. I managed one word. "Why?" She smiled. Not a mean smile, just matter of fact. "Because you have money. And I need money. It's that simple." The guy stood up, walked over, looked down at me. "He speaks Spanish?" he asked her. "A little. Not much." "Good. Keep it in English then. Don't want him picking up anything." She nodded. "He's been cooperative so far." "Very. His bank apps were easy. Face ID, fingerprint, all unlocked. We got most of it." "Most?" "He has more, I can see it. Retirement account, investment account. But those need more verification. Calls, codes. We'll need him more awake for that." The guy nodded, looked at me. "You're going to help us, amigo. You're going to stay here. You're going to give us what we need. And then you're going to leave. Understand?" I tried to nod. My head moved slightly. "Good. Don't make this harder than it needs to be." He walked back to the chair, sat down, went back to his phone. "Valentina brought me food. Rice, beans, same food from before." She lifted a spoon to my mouth. "Eat. You need to keep your strength up." I ate, didn't have a choice. I was starving. Hadn't eaten since dinner, whenever that was. After I ate, she asked if I needed the bathroom. I did. Badly. She helped me stand. My legs were weak, shaky. She walked me to the bathroom. Stood outside while I went. Left the door open. I couldn't close it anyway. Didn't have the strength. When I finished, she walked me back to the couch. Sat me down. "Good. You're getting stronger." "That's good. We need you stronger." "Why?" I managed to ask. "Because tomorrow we're going to the bank. You're going to make some withdrawals. And you're going to smile and act normal. Because if you don't, things get bad for you. And for your family." "My family? What about my family? We know about your brother. Phoenix Construction. We've been through your phone. We know everything." My stomach dropped. "You call him," I said. My voice was getting stronger, words coming easier. "You call him and I'll..." "You'll what?" She cut me off. "You're in my apartment, in my country, with my people. You don't have leverage here." "We do." She pulled out my phone again, opened my contacts, showed me my brother's name. Tyler, his photo, smiling at a job site. "We haven't called him, yet, but we will if we need to. Right now you're being good, so we don't need to." Keep being good? I wanted to hit her, wanted to grab the phone, wanted to run, but my body still wasn't responding right, and the guy in the chair was watching, waiting. I sat there, helpless, trapped. She gave me another drink, pink again. I tried to refuse, turned my head. The guy stood up, walked over, grabbed my jaw, forced my head forward. "Drink it," he said. Not a request. Valentina poured it in. I swallowed. Had to. Was choking otherwise. Within minutes I was out again. The next time I woke up it was daytime. Light coming through the window. Valentina and the guy were both there, and a woman I hadn't seen before. Older, maybe 50. Looked like she could be Valentina's mum. The older woman looked at me, said something in Spanish. Valentina responded. They talked back and forth. The guy chimed in. I caught a few words. "Bank. Today. Careful." Valentina came over. "We're going out. You and me. To your bank. You're going to withdraw money. Maximum amount. We'll do this 3 times. 3 different banks. Then we're done with the banks. What if I say no? Then we call your brother. Tell him you're in trouble. Need money wired. $20,000. Family emergency. He'll send it. Because that's what family does. And then we still take you to the banks anyway. So you lose either way. But this way your brother doesn't lose too." She let that sink in. "So what's it going to be?" I didn't answer. Didn't need to. She knew I'd cooperate. They got me cleaned up. New shirt. One of mine from my backpack. They'd gone through my stuff. Found my passport. My backup credit cards. Everything. Valentina walked me out. The older woman came too. The guy stayed behind. We took a taxi. 10-minute ride. Valentina sat next to me. Held my arm. To anyone watching, we looked like a couple. Just normal. Just fine. We got to a Colombia. She walked me inside, straight to the ATM. Maximum withdrawal. 4 million pesos. Do it. I did it. Entered my PIN. Took out 4 million. Handed it to her. Good. See, easy, we went to 2 more banks. Same thing. 4 million each time. 12 million total. $3,000. Back in the taxi, she counted it. Smiled. Put it in her purse. You're doing great, Clayton. Just a little more and we're done. Back at the apartment, the guy counted the cash again. Nodded. Said something to Valentina in Spanish. She nodded back. They sat me back on the couch. Gave me water. Food. Treated me like a guest, like this was all normal. That night, Valentina opened my laptop. I'd left it at the Airbnb, but they'd gone there. Gotten it. Used my key. The security guard must have let them in. Or they paid him. Doesn't matter. They had it. She logged into my retirement account. Fidelity needed 2-factor authentication. The code came to my phone, she read it off. Entered it. My account. Loaded. $42,000. My entire retirement. 12 years of saving. She looked at the guy. He nodded. She started a transfer. Withdraw to checking. Max amount. 42,000. It said processing. 3 to 5 business days. She closed the laptop. Looked at me. Now we wait. Wait for what? For it to clear, then we withdraw that too. I felt sick. My savings. My retirement. All of it. Gone. That night they gave me more of the pink drink. Lighter dose this time. Enough to keep me slow. Keep me compliant. But not knock me out. I laid on the couch, eyes open. Watching them. They talked, laughed, ate dinner. Like I wasn't even there, like this was just another Tuesday. The second day blurred into the third. More drinks, more waiting, more sitting on that couch, feeling my life drain away. On day 3, the transfer cleared. 42,000 in my checking account. Valentina and the guy went to 4 different ATMs. Took me to each one. Withdrew the maximum. Over and over. Took 6 trips. Different neighbourhoods. Different banks. By the end of day 3, they had it all. $53,000 total. My savings. My retirement. My credit cards maxed. Everything. That night they gave me one more drink. Heavier dose. I fought it. Tried to stay awake. Couldn't. When I woke up, I was in a hospital. Lying on a bed in the emergency room. Fully dressed, shoes on. Wallet in my pocket. Empty. Phone next to me. Dead battery. A nurse came over. Asked if I was okay. Asked what happened. I don't know, I said. I don't remember. That was a lie. I remembered everything. The hospital kept me for 6 hours. Ran tests. Blood work. Everything came back clean. Whatever they'd given me was gone from my system. The doctor said I was dehydrated. Malnourished. Asked when I'd last eaten. I said I don't know. 2 days ago maybe. He said I needed rest. Fluids. I'd be okay. He asked if I wanted to file a police report. Said I looked like I'd been through something. I said no, I'm fine. Just got sick. Bad food maybe. He didn't believe me, but he let me go. I took a taxi back to my Airbnb. The door was unlocked. They'd left it open. Didn't even try to hide it. My backpack was there, clothes thrown around. Laptop on the bed. Everything searched. Nothing valuable left. I sat on the bed. Pulled out my phone. Plugged it in. Waited for it to charge. When it turned on, I had 47 messages. My brother, my boss, friends, everyone asking where I was, if I was okay. My brother's messages got more frantic. Day 1, hey man, you good? Day 2, Clayton, answer your phone. Day 3, I'm about to call the embassy. I called him. He answered on the first ring. Where the hell have you been? I'm okay, I'm fine. My phone died. For 3 days? Yeah, I was out exploring. Lost track of time. Battery died. I'm sorry. He went quiet, then said, you sound weird. What happened? Nothing, I'm just tired. Long day, you're lying. I'm not. Clayton, I know when you're lying. What happened? I couldn't. Tell him. Couldn't say I got drugged and robbed and held for 3 days. Couldn't admit I let some woman take everything. Couldn't say I was stupid enough to go to her apartment. Drink her drinks. Trust her. I'm fine, I said again. I'll call you when I get home. I'm flying out tomorrow. Tomorrow? You have a week left. I'm done here. Ready to come home. He said, okay, call me when you land. I will. I hung up. Opened my banking app. Already knew what I'd see. But I looked anyway. Checking, 0. Savings, 0. Retirement, 0. Credit cards maxed. 2,800. 3,200. 4,000. All maxed. Total damage. $53,000. Everything I had. Everything I'd saved. Gone. I tried calling the banks. Same story as everyone else. Authorised transactions. Correct PIN. Face ID. Fingerprint. Nothing they could do. I said I was held against my will. Drugged. They said, do you have proof? Police report. I said no. They said, then there's nothing we can do. File a police report. Come back to us. I didn't file a report. What was the point? I knew how this went. I'd heard the stories. Guy gets drugged. Robbed. Police take a report. Do nothing. Money's gone. Case closed. Plus I didn't want to admit it. Didn't want it on record. Didn't want my brother finding out. My boss, my friends. Easier to just say my phone died. Easier to lie. I changed my flight. Left the next morning. Flew back to Tulsa. Landed Tuesday afternoon. My brother was waiting at arrivals. I told him not to come. He came anyway. He hugged me. Said, you look like hell. I'm fine. Just tired. We drove to my apartment. He came inside, sat on my couch. Said, talk. There's nothing to talk about. Bull. Something happened. Made up some story about food poisoning. About being in the hostel bathroom for 2 days. About my phone dying. He didn't believe it. But he stopped pushing. After he left, I sat there, stared at my empty bank account. Tried to figure out how I'd rebuild. How I'd explain this to anyone. How I'd move forward. I went back to work the following Monday. Same routes, same deliveries, same routine. People asked how Colombia was. I said, great. Amazing. Loved it. No one asked details. No one cared that much. Just making conversation. I stopped sleeping well. Woke up every night around 3 a.m. Same time, every time. Just laid there, staring at the ceiling, thinking about that apartment, that couch, those 3 days. The worst part wasn't the money, it was the helplessness, the watching, the knowing what was happening and not being able to stop it. I'd be at work, driving, delivering packages, and I'd flash back to her holding my phone, to him forcing the drink down my throat, to the ATM screen showing my balance going down, 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 to 0. I'd have to pull over, sit there, breathe, wait for it to pass. My brother called every few days, asked how I was doing. I said, fine. He said, you sure? I said, yeah. Why? He said, because you're not. He was right. But I couldn't tell him, couldn't admit what happened, couldn't say I lost everything because I wanted to meet someone, because I was lonely, because I thought one more try would be different. I deleted Tinder, deleted every dating app, haven't downloaded them since. Can't. Every time I think about it, I see her face, her smile, her pouring that drink. I looked her up. Valentina. Searched Facebook, Instagram, Tinder screenshots I'd taken. Nothing. Profile was gone, photos were gone. She was a ghost. I tried finding the apartment building, looked at Google Maps, Street View, tried to remember the route. The yellow building, the security guard. Found 3 that looked similar. Couldn't tell which one. Maybe none of them. Maybe she doesn't even live there. Maybe it was a rental, a setup. Gone now. I thought about going back. Flying to Medellín, finding her, getting my money back, getting justice. Then I'd remember I don't have money to fly back. I spent it all, and she has it now. I reported it to the State Department. Travel fraud. They said file a police report in Colombia. I said I didn't. They said then there's nothing they can do. Dead ends everywhere. I joined an online forum, Scopolamine victims, found hundreds of stories, thousands. All the same. Meet someone, get drugged, wake up robbed. No one gets caught. No one gets their money back. One guy said he tracked down the girl who drugged him. Found her working at a different bar. Different name, different hair, same face. He confronted her. She denied everything. Said he's mistaken. He went to police. They said prove it. He couldn't. Another woman said she was held for 5 days. Same setup. Apartment. Drugged. ATM's family contact. They called her mum. Said she was kidnapped. Needed ransom. 20 grand. Mum sent it. Then they took her to more ATMs anyway. She lost 60,000 total. At least I didn't lose that much. Cold comfort. But comfort. I'm rebuilding slowly, working overtime. Extra shifts, weekends, holidays, putting every spare dollar into savings. In a year, I'll have 10,000 back. In 5 years, maybe I'll have half of it. In 10 years, maybe I'll forget about it. Probably not, though. I don't tell people what happened. Too embarrassing. Too raw. My brother still asks. I still lie. Easier that way. For both of us. I think about Valentina sometimes. Wonder if she thinks about me. Probably not. I was just a job. A payday. $53,000. Split between her and the guy and the older woman and whoever else was involved. Maybe 10 grand each. Maybe more. Was I worth it? For them? Probably. Easy money. 3 days of work. No consequences, just profit. I wonder how many others there were before me. How many after? How long they've been doing this? How many apartments they use? How many faces they wear? I wonder if the security guard was in on it. If the taxi drivers knew. If the whole neighbourhood was part of it. Or if it was just them. Just her. Just the 3 people I saw. I'll never know. And that eats at me. Not knowing. Not understanding. Not being able to make sense of it. What I know is this. I went to Medellín to try one more time. To meet someone. To feel something other than lonely. And I did feel something. I felt terror. Helplessness. Shame. Loss. Anger. All of it compressed into 3 days on a couch watching my life disappear. I came home $53,000 lighter. And a lot less willing to try again. One more try. That's what I told myself. One more shot at meeting someone. I got my shot, just not the one I wanted. The app's still deleted, the money's still gone, the nightmares are still there. Waking up at 3 a.m. every night, same time. Can't shake it. My brother says I should talk to someone. Therapist, counsellor. Someone. I said maybe. I won't. Too expensive, too embarrassing. Too everything. I'll figure it out. I always do. Just takes time. That's the story. That's what happened. 3 days in Medellín that cost me 12 years of saving. 3 days I'll never get back. 3 days I'll never forget. Thanks for listening. That's Clayton's story. This is my Expat Stories. See you in the next one.